Welcome to Super Chevy Brothers Podcast. This is episode 106, October, the third week of October. What week is this? What? The third week of October.
October 19th.
You gotta talk louder into the mic.
October 19th.
You have to be.
You have to remember the date.
No, look. If you're gonna be late, you have to be assertive and a showstopper.
Moi? Late? Maybe a late bloomer, but not late. How's that? Okay, you're annoyed. This is gonna be fun.
I'm not annoyed. Okay, I was ready. For
the first time. I'm usually here like 30 minutes before time, just sitting.
Hold on.
Sipping on water, looking in the air, twiddling my thumbs.
All right, Ellen DeGeneres.
And the one time.
All right, Ellen DeGeneres. You know, there's a lot that goes behind putting this show on.
I know.
Technologically.
So it takes you like so long that by the time I get
it don't take so long. I was ready at like 7 o'clock.
The last 10 times.
I was ready at 7 o'clock.
Well, you should have said, "Hey, I'm ready already."
I did. I literally called you, and you're like, I heard the crust falling out of your eyes. Okay, I'm on my way.
I took a small nap.
And then you must have napped on the way here too, because that was like 20 minutes ago.
I took a nap. I stopped to talk to Kalonica downstairs.
Yeah, don't blame Kalonica for stopping.
Hey, okay. All I can say is Alexa, she will, I think when you tell her to snooze, she thinks you mean for her to snooze.
You know how long a snooze is?
However long I tell her.
No, it's a definitive thing. If you say snooze, that means
it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
A snooze is manufacturally 7 minutes long.
Oh.
Any clock in the world where if you say snooze to Alexa, she will wait 7 minutes.
I don't say that.
If you hit a clock that says snooze with the button on top, it will be 7 minutes later.
I don't do that. I say, Alexa, snooze for 10 minutes. She goes, snooze for 10 minutes.
Well, that's a manipulated snooze. That's not a snooze. That's a 10-minute wait. And 10 minutes is a sixth of an hour. What were you thinking?
I needed that.
What did I need? My throat doesn't work. I throw up 2 days worth of food.
Ew.
You fussed at me to replace light bulbs. I opened the boxes. All the light bulbs are already old and broken.
Oh, we put them back in the box.
Yeah, those are not new light bulbs.
Why didn't you say that? I was out. I could have got more.
You were so adamant about how they need to be in there. I could have sworn you would know that they were new light bulbs.
I don't even know why they're there.
Welcome to Super Chevy Brothers Podcast. Hello. This is episode 106. We're back again with another one. Mom, there's one question.
Yes.
I think everyone has, and we all need to know.
Oh.
By the way, Twitch isn't working on us for some reason. It's just not streaming. So, you have to, if you're listening, Discord or something, you have to catch us on YouTube. I mean, you can listen to Discord too, but whatever. Anyway.
Was that your FM voice?
My throat. I have had stomach acid passing through it.
Ew.
For 2 days. Okay. If you don't like stories about bodily fluids, skip ahead like mute. 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Right?
Not mute. Fast forward. But we don't have anything there yet.
So I was hungry, right?
If you're live. Okay, go ahead, tell your story.
Well, if you're listening live, then mute for like another minute. You know, on TV when you watch the projectile vomit and they got the hose behind the head and it's coming out, right? It was I luckily, I have lots of bodily self-control, so I briskly walked to the restroom. But so much was coming out, I couldn't breathe because my throat was full with reverse food. So Kalanka came to check on me. She's like, "What? Wow, that's one heck of a fart." This is. I guess she thinks my fart sound like
you.
Sound really horrible.
That's pretty terrible. When people asphyxiate like that. They
And
can't
then,
breathe when they're throwing up.
yeah, well,
What
put
did you
another finger in
eat?
there. Well, it doesn't matter because it all
It's
came out.
gone. Yeah.
Like that day, the day before, I made a special macaroni and cheese called dog food. The 2 days
Okay.
before. That's not what happened. Oh my god!
It was special, all
I
right.
love how your generation has all the answers for everything. All you gotta do is hear something and be like, "That's it.
That's it.
That's it right there." Even though he threw up 2 days later,
I ate
yes.
something different. Oh, it couldn't
I
be
didn't eat
that.
anything different. I eat that all the
What
time.
makes it dog food?
Because I think a dog would enjoy it.
Okay. They'd enjoy almost anything except vegetables.
So maybe we should call everything dog food, but vegetables.
Can we
Anyway,
finish this spew story?
yeah. So check this out. So, uh, I don't know what I was saying after that, but yeah. So then last night, okay, I don't know what happened. I think I fell asleep with one of my eyes open, and I rolled over, and I and the I don't know. Okay? So yesterday we watched Beast, and then we watched The Birds, and then we got halfway through Arachnophobia, and then by then it's like 3 a.m. We're like, maybe we should
You
go to sleep.
watched the birds,
We
bees,
watched Beast
and
with
the
Idris
beast.
Elba. We
Okay.
watched The Birds by Alfred Hitchcock because it just
I know.
came
I
on.
saw it
and-
pop up too.
well, when you watch stuff on the Paramount app, it just plays the next thing.
Yeah.
As soon as the movie ends,
It'll
like it
pop
forget
something up.
credits or anything, it just plays the next thing. So Bird started, and I'm like, "Oh, have you seen this?" And of course, he's like, "No." Kalani doesn't watch anything made before she was like 15. So
Okay.
anything that's too old, but we watched it. It's fun. It's a pretty funny movie.
Okay.
Anyway, so it was pretty. I was pretty tired. I think I fell asleep with my eyes wide open. I rolled over into the pillow and just scratched my eye, but blinked because I distinctively remember like pain and then getting up and the pillow coming with my face. So I think I blinked, the pillowcase closed in my eye.
You got pillow eye.
And I got pillow eye. So I couldn't open my eye. I was trying, it's just water coming out, and it looked like I was crying on one side, and I tried to wash it out, didn't work. So I went back to sleep, and when I woke up, I still couldn't open my eye for like an hour and a half or something. So it's been a rough
Maybe you shouldn't eat
couple
dog
days.
food.
That's the issue. Anyway, welcome back to the show, Mom. Let's get down to brass tacks.
Let's get down to it.
All right. There are things we expect in this world.
Oh God. Uh-huh.
Right? We expect winter to be cold as long as you don't live on the wrong side of the world.
Wrong side of the world? What is that?
Well, like where winter's warm. That's weird.
Okay.
New Zealand? I mean, I like New Zealand. That's probably the best part of that side of the world.
That it's the wrong side.
Well, I mean,
Okay, just word it differently. It's not, there is no wrong side of the world. You're traveled. You know better than that. That's one of those ugly American terms.
wrong side of the world?
Yeah, third world, wrong side of the world.
I didn't say
Get
third.
to your point.
I like New Zealand.
We could go all over the place with this. Get
Anyway,
to your point.
Winter's cold.
I dribble.
I saw. Mom just lit all the water out of her mouth. Winter's cold.
And
I don't know where I was going, but where's the movie review? Because it's been 2 weeks.
I would like the
At
old
least.
music, please, sir.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'll take the
Okay,
old
so
music.
finally, once again, we're back with Mom's movie reviews.
All right, old pillow eye.
That was unnecessary. Okay.
This is Mom's Movie Corner, starring Mom.
took out the words?
No, that one had the words. Hear 'em?
There were no words.
Don't make me play it again.
There were words.
I
All
did
I
not.
heard was music.
I did not change anything. There were words
I
there.
didn't even hear the mom.
It was there. It was all there.
Okay. Maybe it's.
The headphones.
Did I
Maybe.
need them both in? There's words on one
Um,
side and music on the other?
Probably.
Okay. I'll stick
Probably.
with the music.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So this was a fun week. Shavar saw birds and bees and beasts, and I saw Beast. 19. 2022 release of The Beast, starring Idris Elba and Sharita Copley, and Ivania Haley.
Can I?
Ivania.
Can I? We don't care about kids' names.
You know what? This is my review.
Okay.
When I just went right into it before, you were like, there are no facts.
No,
You
those
didn't
are
write
great
anything.
facts. I think those are amazing facts.
All right,
I'm just
so,
saying,
hush.
on a personal level,
Hey.
since this is a
No,
podcast, I can
yeah,
interject.
no,
Go, Jesus.
no.
I don't care about kids' names.
All right. So Rotten Tomatoes gave this 69%, and the regular old population gave it 77%. I agree with both.
Okay, so 69, 77, that's an average of
About 74. Okay?
True.
I give it that. It's a C plus movie. Idris gives it an A every time, but it wasn't about him. Well, yeah, it was. So here's the deal. He was a widow. And he had 2 teenage daughters. So there was a little angst and upset between, a little family dynamic that circled around or centered around the death of the mother,
Mhm.
because they had split before she passed away. And what makes it worse is that he's a doctor. So they felt like he should have been more helpful, compassionate, and of course they felt like maybe saved the mother. But that didn't happen. She passed away, and he's struggling to get his. She passed away, and he's trying. Why am I hearing me?
Nothing.
Oh,
I was
he
Twitch
struggled to.
friend.
It's okay. Pass to having a relationship with him. Well, unfortunately, they came to visit an old friend in Africa at one of the reserves. He actually ran the reserve. And when they came to visit, an incident had occurred that stirred up this wonderful, beautiful lion. They did a great job with the lion. He looked very real and, acted the way you would expect a lion to act, but he couldn't have been real because there would have been a lot of dead actors.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So there were some grisly scenes in here, as you can imagine, but they gave at least the reason why the lion was so angry, and it was sometimes thrilling because you didn't know what was happening. You knew the lion was coming, you knew he was there, but sometimes you just didn't know, because just like tricky little sneaky kittens and cats, this gigantuan cat would sneak up on people, and it was really kind of fun. There were poachers involved, of course. They had something to do with the lion. So I liked the way the movie landed. It was family friendly, except for the gruesome parts. I liked the little girls. They were good little actresses. They played their parts well. They were kind of.
They're annoying as
They're teenagers.
Yeah, but that was a little much.
They were teenagers.
It was a little much. The little girl, fine. The other one, annoying.
Because she acted like a tomboy. That's why you liked her.
What?
Yeah, they're teenage girls. Teenage girls are very annoying.
It's true, probably.
They are very annoying.
Probably
Because
true.
they're not sure if they're women or little girls, but little girls are bossy and all that stuff, and they always have something to say. I was one once, so I know. So They weren't as annoying as it could have been, but I get it. They were mad at the father, the oldest one especially. The younger one, she wasn't as angry with him. She tried to understand. Um, but it was a great movie. Not great.
Yeah,
It was
you
an
just said
okay
it's C
movie.
plus.
They had a lot of nice close-ups of Idris, though. I must admit, when he's looking out the window when they're driving along, they would just give a little flash. And what I like about Idris is, although women sort of lose it over him, he doesn't act like he knows it. You know, he knows it, but
Okay, stop. All right.
he acts really
Okay, let's
cool
stop
about
simping
it.
over Idris Elba here.
Well,
Mom. Our
he
audience
was
is
a beast.
our audience is 80% male. Okay, come on.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. That damn Idris.
Nobody wants to hear.
Yeah. He was a real man in this one. He
Okay.
protected his family and his friends and everything. So I won't tell you how it ends. I don't do spoilers, but it got pretty gruesome. There's a lot of hurt people and feelings.
Okay. So you know what I'm gonna say. As far as your structure of review this time,
Yes.
much better than before when I didn't even know what you're talking about. Maybe because I saw this movie, but
Oh my
can I lob a little critique your way?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, check this out.
You're
You have the
critiquing
same you have the
critiquer.
same virus as me, okay? You went to school and you listened to your teacher tell you how to write an essay and structure things and put in a thesis and then go through points and an outline, and that's great. But I literally can tell that you're reading your bullet points because your voice changes and you got a page voice. I'm just saying, I do it too. I did a Neo review where I just read the whole. It's a
Told
page
me
voice.
to take notes.
No, it was great. Take
Okay.
notes.
You don't want me to read
But
them?
I need you.
You want me to memorize them?
No, it's okay. Have them down there, but I need you to flow it at me. I mean, Alex Jones. You did a great Alex Jones impression a week or two ago. Put a little bit of that in your soul when you give this movie review. I'm not talking just enthusiasm, but when Alex Jones talks to you, it feels like he's talking to you. All right?
All right, we'll try with the next movie.
I think your synopsis, while it was good, maybe a little lengthy, but it was good. Good synopsis.
God.
I have a feeling you like the movie.
I did. It was you get away to the movies to get to be taken away. It took me away.
Okay, and what didn't you like about the movie? Because you did say C plus.
I like more serious plots, more plotty plots. I mean, the plot was
Yeah, there
there.
wasn't like
There
they
was
tried to
nothing
plot
deep.
it. They tried to wife hallucinations, dreams, plot right, but that's it. It
I didn't
really
get
had
that.
it really held no weight
No,
in
I
the
didn't.
overall.
No.
Essentially, man and family
And the
attacked by
poachers
lions.
should have had more of a role too.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
could have been a
the
lot
poachers
scarier.
played a part, but they weren't like yeah.
It's like poachers,
Right.
no poachers for most of the movie, and then poachers.
Right.
No, it's okay.
Do you think your C plus would have been affected if you paid to go watch the movie?
I paid.
Where?
I paid.
You went to the theater?
Yes.
Hmm.
Oh, I didn't, did I?
No.
It's at the theater though.
You voted for Biden, didn't you? Because you guys have a lot in common. I did too. It's okay. All right. Well,
I forgot.
you
I
forgot. You
went
did.
to the movies to see the next movie I'm about to
Oh, we get two
review.
reviews today. Okay, great. Well,
But it is at the
Do you
movies.
think if you had paid for it, because you have to keep in mind, it's not just a time investment; it is a money investment for if you don't.
Time is money, and at my age,
Yeah,
they're
but
the
time-
same thing.
Time when you use time and money, then it's multiplied.
Well, then I'm gonna give this next movie.
Well, I'd give Beast. I'd give it a C as a movie.
Okay, I didn't ask you, but okay.
Okay. Go ahead. Next movie. Sorry.
All right. Do I get music or just go right into it?
Yeah, you get the new music now. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So the next movie, and I'm gonna Alex Jones it because I didn't write notes because I was sitting in the movie theater, 3 rows behind people that I knew.
Oh yeah, that okay. So me and Kalanka, we're like, oh, let's go watch a movie. Blah blah blah. Oh, movie starts at 3:40. There are only two show times in the whole day. I don't know why. It's a newer movie. Whatever. So like 3:40. Well, then we gotta go now. Then we get down there. Got a few minutes. So Kalanka goes to like there's a mall next to it, and we go in. We walk in the theater. We go in. I got a drink, and we sit down. And then the movie plays, and we're leaving. Like, okay, let's get up. And when I turn to the left, and there's these big white eyes. It's dark. It's a theater. Big white eyes staring at me, and pointing at me like and shrugging shoulders. I'm like, who is this lady looking at me? What is? And she's like, "Is that mom?" It is mom. And I was so scared. I was like, "What is this woman gonna do?" That's everyone left the theater. She was sitting there. But I did not know you were there. I missed you coming in.
You did.
Completely.
You
Yeah.
did. I think Kalaika saw me coming in, but she didn't know who I was at the time.
It was dark.
The
It's a
lights
thing.
were out already.
Yeah.
I was trying to find a seat. I was hugging the wall.
What? You didn't see your ticket?
I don't pay any attention to that.
Yeah. Okay.
The theater was empty except for you two.
No, there was those
They
people
came in
behind us.
after I did.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they came.
I
in
really
after.
missed you. I didn't.
I
even
was
know.
like, why are they sitting so close to my family?
Okay. Anyway, what movie was this?
I don't remember. Oh, it's Don't Worry, Darling.
Don't worry.
Don't
Darling.
worry, darling. If
Okay,
you want
stop.
the Alex version of it. And it was really interesting. I must say it was different from my expectations. I won't give anything away in case someone wants to invest the time and money into seeing it. I won't give it a rating just yet. I'll say this. I expected a Stepford Wife kind of movie from what I saw of it, the previews, and also
Can you explain kind of like just the one sentence what
no.
is happening?
Why
there?
don't you explain? No, seriously.
Well, essentially, the movie, it shows a group of people, husband and wives, in a setting that's like the 50s, early 60s or something.
Right,
where
Stepford Wives, where everything is perfect.
everything's perfect. All the husbands
Everything
work for a
is all
particular
white
company.
every night. Everything's in order. Everything is
Right.
plastic and perfect cars, perfect homes.
Hey, can you take one earpiece out so you stop yelling into my
Am I
mic?
yelling?
Yeah. Just one out.
Got one in. Let me try to put the other one in.
Okay, sorry.
So, it's that old 50s scene, the Bewitched kind of perfect neighborhood and, all that good stuff. And,
Things aren't as they seem. There you go.
things are
So,
not
what
as
did
they
you-
seem,
what did you
which
think
we
of it?
all know that. But once you find out what's going on that makes it so, it's really what I did like about it is they didn't give it away early.
Mhm.
You had to really think through this. There were some shots like from horror movies, sort of thing, that you had to figure out: is this horror,
Horror.
horror,
Horror.
or is it thrilling, or is it something else? And it was kind of something else. So I will say Harry Styles. I don't have the other actress's name.
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh.
Florence
Let
Pugh.
me say this about Florence Pugh. I am a Florence Pugh fan.
Okay.
I really liked her. She did an
She
excellent
does
job.
lots of what other? She was in
I was trying to figure that out.
Midsummer.
Oh.
She's a girl in Midsummer.
Okay.
Of course she's White Widow, Black Widow's sister.
I
in the
didn't see
Marvel
that.
things. She's in something else I saw recently.
I must
Oh.
admit she played her role beautifully. I kept waiting for something. I liked her her happy side, I mean, she got to act the full range. I'll put it that way, and she
Yeah, yeah.
had a great performance. So,
I think the performances in the movie are pretty good.
brava to you.
The main one of the main characters, Frank. I thought I see you see more.
Harry Styles.
Frank.
Oh,
No, that's yeah, Frank.
and that is my
Uh,
guy, the
uh,
old blue eyes.
Kirk. Yeah, Captain Kirk, new Star Trek. What's his name?
I asked you.
Don't remember. I told you the other day, didn't I? I told you
Uh,
yesterday his name. I just now I'm blanking
Oh
on
my
it. but,
gosh! Use
um,
that computer of yours. Find his name.
So, did you like the movie overall or not? I mean, we're 23 minutes.
Yeah, I
in.
give it a B. I really did, because it's not often you can fool me with movies. I've seen so many movies.
Chris Pine.
Chris Pine.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah, Chris Fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys, Chris is fine. He's a good dude. Um, he really is, and he played his role very well. I mean, there were good acting scenes in here, really special ones, and even Harry Styles. He just kind of coasted for a while.
Yeah, because they played up Harry a lot in
Yeah.
the movie. I think they probably took stuff out. I don't know if he's a good actor or not. When he was doing stuff, he was fine. I don't know if he's a good actor or not. But I think
I don't
it
think
was
so.
supposed to be Shia LaBeouf, fan favorite Shia LaBeouf in the role, but
Really?
he had one of his mental breakdowns or something, and so the director producer Olivia Wilde, the one who played the neighbor, I guess she chose her boyfriend instead. They're dating, so
I'm sorry
I don't think
about Shia. I like him.
yeah, I like Shia, but I mean, I like him because he's entertaining.
He is
Why?
entertaining.
He's
He's
entertaining.
got
I don't
some
know if I like
issues,
him,
but well, he's entertaining.
so I probably they cut out a lot of Jack. His name's Jack, right? They cut out a lot of the Jack.
Yeah,
character.
because he couldn't act it. He did okay.
He's fine.
Yeah, he did okay. But to say what his role was, he could have done some more acting in there. He did okay
You'd
later.
think you'd show more of that character
Right.
more often,
Right.
and yeah, he was. They're like, nah.
Sing, Harry, sing. Yeah.
Well, his dance seems kind of creepy.
Okay, don't bring that
All
up.
right, well that's
That
Mom's
gives me
movie.
nightmares.
That's Mom's movie reviews. Okay. All right.
That's a 50s scene if I ever saw one.
This is Mom's Movie Corner, starring Mom.
Okay.
That's enough. And you do not have the words in there.
Yeah, they absolutely are. I think you might be going deaf, or you
I
lost
have.
it. You
I
lost a
used
tone
one.
in your
I used
hearing or
another one.
something. I don't know. The words are 100% there. I have no clue what's
I'm
wrong.
gonna listen to this.
So
later.
okay, okay. So I forgot to put a story on the
No.
list, and you added a story like 10 minutes before you got here.
2
apparently.
hours.
2
2 and a half.
minutes. So let's talk about those two, and then we can get on what's on the actual screen. So
What
Netflix.
2? The one I put on there. You said you.
I got
forgot.
one now. I thought you adding
I
stuff.
thought there were 3 other ones on there.
Yeah, and I forgot to put one on, but I
Oh.
thought, I won't, because I won't. I don't want to, hassle her to have to read up another thing. But
Hey.
now you just added this
I
new
just
one.
asked
Let's
stuff.
go ahead. Netflix.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So
you introduce
Netflix
it. There you
is
go.
going into gaming.
Round one.
It-
Fight!
Number 1. Oh, hold on. We've got the news. Okay, go ahead. Number 1.
All right, you gotta get out your cue, dude. So
I can barely see.
Google
Okay.
was supposed to have like gaming, right? Did I do that wrong?
I don't know what.
I can't see the story.
I can't laugh. My throat hurts.
Good,
Okay?
good
Hold-
for you. I can't see the story because you took my phone.
You have an iPad? Oh, you don't have an iPad. Yeah. That's fine.
So, okay, so now Netflix is gonna start doing gaming, right? And actually, I'm gonna go to the bottom line of the story. It's the Kotaka
Mm-hmm.
story. Is that
Kotaku.
Kotaku story? And they said that it was easier to get this gaming going than it was to stream without latency, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I found that very interesting. I don't want to get into it because I know the technical reasons why that's true. However, I'm kind of looking forward to that. If I can just sit there and game on Netflix, it's like give me the controllers, and that's the only part I didn't really get into is how they're gonna have controllers.
Well, Netflix right now already has. You can play games on Netflix
Yeah,
right
they have
now.
it set up, but they're gonna go
No,
forward.
you can do that right
I
now.
know
They
they
have
have it
like
all set up. I'm just saying they decided to take it over as far as the streaming. Who was that was supposed to do it? Somebody
Google
Strata.
Stadia.
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 Stadia. They were supposed to do it. So they're not going to do it. Like we talked about last week. They backed out of another project. They always like
Yeah, Google.
back out. All right. So now they're going to take it over and that's great. But again, I still don't understand. Is it through your phone?
Okay, so let me explain
Okay.
because I'm pretty sure you can do it now. I did it a few weeks ago.
Okay.
If you go to Netflix, whether on your phone or computer, I think the phone will take you to like they have like an app section or something.
And then what? You have to mirror to the
I'm gonna
TV?
go to Dad's because I think Kalanka's watching something.
That would
But
be funny.
you go, you know where it says movies, TV shows, yeah.
Yeah.
If you go down, scroll down from
There's
there,
apps?
it should say games. There's a section that says games, and from there, it's on the computer. I know you can do it, but from there on the games section, you just choose games and it gives you a list of the games that are there that you can play. The phone ones, I think, take you to like the phone game. Like they have a Stranger's Thing game, and they have a couple other ones. Yeah.
I guess my question is, so if you find that on the TV, I hit the mic.
So once it starts popping up on the TV, what I'm assuming is
That you played.
it's not on the TV. The TV versions don't have that. When you look on the TV, you don't see a game section. But if you do it on the PC or
On the
or the phone, there's a
Okay.
game section, right?
Thank you. That clarified for the listeners.
Okay, so so I just don't know what they're gonna do as far as controllers. Like you said, not everyone's TV is gonna be able to connect to a Bluetooth controller, or maybe you'll be able to connect to. You remember when we played the drawing game and everyone connects their phone?
Yeah, that's
You might be able to do it that way. I don't
Yeah.
know. That still kind of requires a decent connection. So I'm not. I think if they think they've got the streaming down, this is what they do. Stream. I don't. Fine, they might, but I don't know what they're gonna do with controllers. On the computer, of course, you're fine. If it pops up on the PlayStation and Xbox or whatever, okay. But like for people who just have TVs, and if the TV doesn't have Bluetooth, because some TVs have Bluetooth, not a lot of TVs have Bluetooth, though. Not like every TV. So, but it'd be interesting to see what they offer, and if they offer other people's games, I think that would be.
Mhm.
I think that's the way to
really
go.
innovative. That's why I like Netflix. That's why I stay with them. They're always trying to do something a little more.
Well, I think I mean, people
stay relevant.
talk about Netflix's quality and what's on there. They have some. I think they do have. I think they have waves of. They'll have times when they have really good shows.
They've
and
won
then,
awards.
And then and then the shows will go bad, but the movies will be good, or the movies go bad, but the documentaries will be good. And
Documentaries are really good. Yeah.
and so I like Netflix as a company
The
because
baking
they
shows.
they do new stuff, so that's cool.
They innovate. They try to
How
stay
much?
relevant.
If you had to pay more, how much more would you pay?
Nothing. Don't suggest that.
I'm just
They're
saying
probably
because
listening.
well, they gained. You heard they lost like millions of followers. They gained the 3 million in the past 3 months. Probably for lots of reasons, Stranger Things and whatever else. But I think next month they're coming out with their ad plan, so people who don't want to pay
As much.
for the full prices, they can pay. I think it's $7, but you get ads during the shows and movies.
Do
And
we don't have that now.
no, we don't have that now because so the reason they're doing it is because I think it was something like 40% or something
Mhm.
of households who use Netflix are like sharing Netflix with other
Oh
households.
yeah,
And
cheating.
so
Mhm.
they're trying to find a way to either make people pay for the extra, or
But
and
the
when you say make people pay for the extra, for example, on our Netflix it's got me, it's got you, it's got dad, and I think grandma has one, and
yeah, you
then
get different
but
profiles.
we have 6 profiles, but I think a lot of people pay for like 2 profiles or the 3 profiles, but they still share the same profile against amongst different houses. So they I guess they're offering this plan first, so that the people borrowing Netflix will just pay for it, and then eventually they're gonna start charging people for those extra logins at some point, probably next year.
Definitely charge us.
Well, but we pay for it though.
Yeah, we do.
What statement are you making?
Cause you're like, we got 16 people on there. We don't.
No, we don't. We have a thing for 5 profiles. We got 5 people. That's
Right.
how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not
Okay.
cheating. I mean,
I didn't say we are.
I'm paying for it.
I was distinguishing between people who
Okay.
pay.
It just seemed like you're going down a dangerous road there.
Round two. Fight.
Okay, so this one also isn't on the list. So G4 TV, does that ring a bell to you?
Yeah, no.
Okay, so G4 TV was an old video game TV channel.
Okay.
Used to be on Comcast and everything. It died. It's in 2010, something like that. And then it came back earlier this year. Revived some of the old cast and shows came back, and they were on Twitch live, and you can watch them on cable. And so it looks like on what's today, Wednesday? On Monday,
Okay.
they were all gone. The network dropped the channel. Everyone lost their jobs in a day.
Just like
And
that.
yeah, just like that. And so a lot of people are either very happy. Some people hated the channel. Other people are upset because they watch the channel. I watched it quite a bit, almost not every day, but almost every day.
That means you're sort of upset.
I'm pretty upset. It was a fun. Is different.
They
Like
didn't give notice.
no, the network. So not the network. The providers. So like when you look at Time Warner and things, a lot of these places, if it's not HBO
Right.
or something, Time Warner or Dish TV, they own half the channels, which is how they have so many, right? You just make a million of them. And I guess I don't know, Spectrum, I don't know who owned them or whatever it may be, but that they decided to the channel went into new ownership, like the network
Right.
went into new ownership a few months ago, and they started seemed like they started cutting lots of stuff, and now the network just cut the whole channel or the provider, right? So it's gone. I think it was. I had fun watching it. It's kind of interesting. It's like on TV, but it's also live on Twitch. You can just watch it for free.
Right.
And they had lots of different shows and people, but a lot of people liked it. It's not like the old G4 because that was a different era. But a
So
lot
you
of people.
can't get it back. You can't protest.
No, it's gone. Gone. I'm guessing they weren't making enough money.
Well, yeah.
But it's kind of like, how does a channel make money, right? Ads, commercials, right? And I guess you have that. But I I think the problem is they were trying to do this like we're in a world where 90% of content people my age watch is not on TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're on TV, but then they're also on Twitch, where most people watching there don't pay. They just
Right.
watch.
Right.
And some people subscribe or whatever, but most don't. And then I think they were just on Twitch. They weren't on YouTube, where I think Twitch is a very specific kind of people. Even though it's pretty popular, but it's a specific kind of person. YouTube is more of, you have lots of
Everybody,
different
yeah.
people who watch YouTube and
Right.
corners and circles, and you can have a taste of a lot of stuff, right? And that might have been a issue why it didn't work. But a lot of people say it didn't do well. I think in the first day, one of the hosts, she kind of went on a rant because I was watching live when it premiered,
Mm-hmm.
and so the people in the chat, gaming is, and especially like Twitch, okay? Twitch has got to be like 90% men, okay? And they were talking about how ugly she is
Oh my god.
and how they want,
They wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole.
wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole. Everything she said was like kind of an issue. And so she went on a rant about how, screw you, and if you don't like it, don't watch or whatever. So that became like, after that, it became, there grew this group of people who constantly wanted the thing to fail, right?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's
Because
kinda,
they're harassing her?
well, you know how people can be, especially sometimes dudes. Look, I'm a real man. I never listen to women. I've.
Okay.
Why would you care? Just move on. But a lot of people just can't do that, right? They
I'm
they
so
take they
done
take
with you
things to
tonight.
heart.
It's time for me to walk off at this point.
They take things to heart. They get upset.
Yeah.
And so.
Prove you right at this moment.
Joking. Sit down. But so
Funny
that's
guy.
dead. That's dead. It's still it's too bad. They have a lot of content. Like
Yeah,
If
hold
you
on a
like-
second. Kalonica!
if you like Dungeons and Dragons or something, they had that. Or if you like just movie stuff, they had a movie show, and so it's kind of cool. But it's dead, so it's gone.
Oh, that's
And that's
sad.
it.
They should try to keep as many.
And 3 times 1. What is
What do you
it?
mean?
3! Yeah, that's a magic number.
Just boring it. They'll be bored.
Okay. Number 3, Gotham Knights. You heard of this game?
That was not in this thing.
This was in the docket. All right. Anyway, Gotham Knights game that releases later this week, and it's imminent,
Okay.
right? So it was revealed Monday Saturday that the game would only be 30 frames per second on PlayStation 5, Xbox S and X.
You okay over there?
No, not really. And that sent people into a rage, I guess. These days, people expect their games to be somewhere around 60 frames per second, even if it's 1080p. But this is going to be 30 frames per second, and that's it. If you get it on PC, you have to have a really strong card, a graphics card, to play it over 30 frames per second. So a lot of people are upset. They think that's unacceptable in this day and age of gaming. Do you understand anything I'm saying?
No. You need water?
No, I'm okay. Relax. Jeez.
So, okay, so that means it's going to be slower? Why is it 30 frames a second?
Do you know what that means? 30 versus
No.
okay. So frames per second. In life there are no frames. Light comes and passes, and you see things as fast as your eye can. As fast as light travels, your eye can receive that and process the data in your brain and
Okay,
come through.
now
Okay?
I know what it's not.
But
Okay.
when you're watching a movie, which is usually 24 frames per second,
Okay.
or a TV show, which can
So it's
vary.
faster than a movie. But slower than a
Don't
game.
worry about that. Don't worry about fastness. It's about how information is being sent to you. So let's say you have a man running. If it's shown to you at 3 frames per second, you'll see a man here, here, here. In 1 second, you get 3 frames.
Right.
But if you times 10 that, you'll see in between legs moving, right? You
Right.
see more information in the same amount of time. It's not faster. It's about what you're getting in that time.
Okay.
So in 1
got you.
second, you're going to see 30 frames, so 30 pictures of something moving. Essentially, from 30 to 60 is double the pace.
Right.
So it would look smoother. It's like when you watch.
So this is going to be choppy, chop, chop.
No. Historically, before 2008, let's say, most people played everything at 30 frames per second, except maybe fighting games were always 60 frames
Okay.
per second, just because of but everything else was generally 30 frames per second. And 2008 things started to really ramp up, and PC you could get 60 frames per second on some stuff, but generally most people still play 30 frames per second. And only really in the last, I'd say, 5 or 6 years has 60 frames per second become something people are more accustomed to. But it doesn't mean it's just 30 frames per second is not as maybe smooth or realism is kind of weird, because movies are 24 frames per second, and
Right.
we still feel those are real, right? So it's not that, it's just when you're playing a game, smoother feels, you feel it, you feel the smoothness.
So this is gonna be a rough game.
No, 30 frames per second is probably more common even now.
So what do you care if it's 30 or 60?
People look at it as quality. You want to play something at 60 because it feels better, it looks cooler. But if you play it at 30, you don't complain. Bloodborne, one of the best games of all time, barely hits 30 frames per second. Dark Souls 1 and 2, when they first came out, barely hit 30 frames. Like, they want to be 30. They wish they were 30 frames per second.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't sound like it's a bad deal. It's just
But some people are like, it's 2022. So there's an argument you'll hear.
so they should never go to 30. They feel like it should always be 60.
They think with technology today, everything should be 60, or have the option for 60, or have the option to do lower
Maybe they're
quality
being
than
artistic.
60. No, they're not.
Okay.
A lot of people speculate the reason is that Xbox has two consoles, right? The Series X, which is the premium, and then like the lower level Series S. And because we talked about parity contracts before,
Right.
Xbox also has parity rules. If you make a game for Series X, you have to also make it for the lower level Series S. There are no Series X only games. So if it can run on the Series X, it has to be able to run the Series S. So people speculate that's why it's only 30 frames per second, because they'd have to work really hard to bring it down or whatever. Probably not. It's
So this
probably
is
just
all
bad.
Xbox's fault.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just bad development. That's all. I'm getting the game, so we'll see that on
We'll
the
see
channel
how bad it is.
at some point. Yeah, we'll see how bad it is.
I like Gotham.
Ho, ho, ho! I've got 5 good reasons for you to shut up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I was gonna say. didn't
Where's
you
that
really have-
damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
So today, Silent Hill Konami had a stream.
Yes.
They released a video where they essentially are bringing Silent Hill back. Konami is a kind of a bad name in the gaming sphere these days. People feel like they waste their IP and they don't care about their games. They only care about money. Konami is a Japanese company. They don't just do games. Games is maybe one of the smallest things they do. They're a real estate company. They're a gambling company. They do they do video games, of course. They are a construction company as well. So
Conglomerate.
yeah, for Konami, video game is like they don't really care.
It's still something on the side.
Right. Here in America or the West or whatever, people don't really know Konami outside of games. So they feel like they're a company that just wastes everyone's time. They'll put out a new game and they'll tease it, but it's just a slot machine, a pachinko machine or something. It's
okay.
not a game.
But this
Or-
is Silent Hill we're talking about.
Right. And they fired Kojima, so Hideo Kojima, you remember we talked
Yeah.
about him. He's a friend of the show. He
Right.
called in a few months ago. Yeah. He worked for Konami.
Okay.
His grand opus of games, Metal Gear, they fired him. And so people don't like them because of that either. But today they had their stream. They're bringing back Silent Hill.
Yeah, lots of Silent Hills.
Lots of there's the movie. There are a couple of games and some other side projects. Another Silent Hill movie is that might be excruciating. I think we've got 3 already.
I don't know.
I think so. I think we've got 3 Silent Hill movies, and they're all bad. They got better, but they're all bad. And the new Silent Hill 2 remake is what looks like we're getting. Did you watch the trailer or anything?
No.
It looks horrible.
Yeah.
I looked at it with a keen eye. I played Silent Hill 2 um, with Danny. You have no idea what Silent Hill 2 is, do you? No.
I
You played-
do. It
Okay.
has to do with the Chernobyl thing, right?
No,
Oh.
it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Never mind.
So
I have that confused.
I watched the new trailer, and it to me it looks really bad. It looks the animation
Give me
doesn't
3 key words. I know Silent Hill. Just give,
three key words.
yeah,
Silent
what
Hill?
it's about.
Deserted town.
Deserted, yeah. That's their Chernobyl like.
Um,
Far off. Some little girl.
reaping what you sow, and kind of some little girl. There are little girls, in some of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Psychological horror.
Okay, that's enough. Yeah.
We'll play Silent Hill. I have Silent
We
Hill.
have played it. That's why I've watched you play it.
Maybe. I played it with Danny. I played the whole thing with
Yeah.
Danny.
But it's all like sort of black and whitish.
It's
Not really
it's not
black
very
and white.
saturated.
Right. Okay.
It's very brown,
Brown.
and dark and
That's
muddy.
the word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the game.
Anyway, the trailer looked horrible. The main character in Silent Hill 2, which to me, a lot of people, Silent Hill 2 is people's favorite Silent Hill because I think it embodies what Silent Hill tries to be in all the games really well in one game. The main character does not look like he used to look. The animation is really kind of choppy. I think the textures are strange. I just don't think it looks very. When you look at the Resident Evil remakes, which Silent Hill and Resident Evil were kind of like,
Right.
like Resident Evil is a more grounded physical horror, but it's like, you know,
Right.
but it's kind of disappointing. I mean, it could get better, but it's kind of disappointing.
When is it
looking.
going to be released?
I don't think there's a date.
Oh, okay.
If there was, I missed it, but it'll be in the
But
future.
when they release it, they're gonna release everything.
No, not all at once.
Oh,
Yeah,
but it's
gonna
like
be-
it's like they're on a mission. Silent Hill remake. Silent Hill this. Silent
yeah,
Hill.
I'm sure we'll get a lot, but I was kind of disappointed in what they did show, which wasn't much. Number
Ho,
5.
ho, ho! I've got 5 good reasons for you to shut up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, did you read this one? Okay. So, Twitch, very famous, very successful, very popular Twitch streamer Amaranth. Did you? I meant to send you she has like a little Vice documentary, which probably would have given you more context. of who
Right.
she
I
is.
should have looked her up. I fell asleep looking for her.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so she's a really big Twitch streamer. She's been on Twitch for a long time now. She's a multi-millionaire.
But she's got a mean guy.
Well, first of all, so no one knew she had a boyfriend or a husband.
Well, that's
actually. She has
nobody's
a husband.
business. Yeah.
Well,
husband.
it's kind of part of the story because apparently the husband has been kind of her manager the whole time, and he's made her not tell people she has a husband so that she could get more money. Because if you watch her stream and read the chat, it's some of the most disgusting stuff you'll ever. It's like Indian guys like, "Hey baby, show me the booba." You say boobas. It's a respectful way to say boobs.
Respectful?
You add extra
Oh
letters.
no, that's no. That no.
You sure?
Yeah. Trust me on that one. No.
I don't know. You might be in the minority.
No.
Okay. Anyway,
Well, with this show, I guess that might be true, but no.
but the whole thing. Not.
But
telling
that's what
people-
she does. She shows boobies.
She has an OnlyFans, but that's not what she's famous for. She's famous for like.
He has done that.
She has an OnlyFans, yeah. But it's her apparently from when you read the text messages to the thing. It's her husband that makes her have an OnlyFans. There's a hot tub time where you can do everybody's in a hot tub on Twitch all the time.
Oh
They
my
just
gosh.
twitch in the hot tub.
They're twitching in the hot tub?
Twitching in the hot
Oh
tub.
my god.
She doesn't do like sex on only. It's like photos and stuff or simulated sex.
Sexy.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's boob in there. Who knows?
So
But
what is her show about?
like on Twitch,
Yeah.
she plays games. She talks to the people. She goes to the gym. She streams like all day,
Oh, okay.
like 10 hours. Sometimes she'll have 48-hour streams. She'll stream herself sleeping. People watch to see if something happens. Wakes
this
up.
is really a little
It is really
pervy.
weird. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
And her
on-
husband lets her do that?
her husband makes her do it. Apparently, if you
I read it.
okay.
It didn't say that. It just said abusive.
Well, if there are texts and stuff they show, but it seems like he had full like access over her accounts and everything. He was threatening to dump all their money in crypto so that they lose it, or delete all her profiles or something like that. And so she streamed all of that live, a phone call.
Ah, yeah. That was
on-
pretty smart.
Yeah. So it's clear. Okay, if you ask me, right? I don't know, whatever, but it's just good evidence for the divorce.
It's
that
excellent
clearly
evidence.
you want to get,
He's a
right?
smart chickadoo.
It's great evidence for the divorce you want to get. And she's in
Perfect.
Austin, like a lot of the streamers.
Oh, okay.
So I guess that way you don't have to split the millions, at least not in half, right? So
Why are you saying that?
if you,
Texas-
I'm pretty sure if Texas is a
Yeah, 50.
yeah, but not if it's abusive or something like that.
Yeah, well, her lawyer will take care of that.
Yeah, but you got evidence now.
She's got total evidence.
Yeah, full evidence now. It's right there, right? So
He's sorry, I'm sure.
yeah, I mean, sorry it was streamed.
Yes.
Sure, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But that was a
That's
good.
kind of
That's a smart.
sex slavish, having her to do all that stuff and keep,
Well, I'm
keep
su-
profit from it.
I'm sure it's not all just like he forced her to do.
Or
I
should I,
mean,
say pimpish?
it is a little pimpish, but I'm sure she wanted to do.
Oh,
so-
that's what the pimp said.
I'm sure it's a little pimpish.
It's
But
pretty big
I'm pretty
pimpish.
sure it's not like
That's big
that-
pimping, baby.
I'm sure she had some say somewhere in there. But,
Okay.
whatever. I mean, now she's saying she's out of it. Is she gonna cut off her OnlyFans? I doubt it. Is she gonna, I'm sure she gets a next boyfriend or whatever. She'll be
Well,
like, yeah,
all right, just always put yourself in that picture. Not as her, as him.
uh-huh.
Is that how you would want things with your wife?
No, but
Why?
how I want
Would you do that? I don't mean the abusive stuff. I mean, just
what, make her do an OnlyFans and stuff? No, but I'm sure once they get
Why
their
wouldn't
first
you do
million, they'd be
that?
like,
so. If you did the first million, you
no.
Why not? Because it's pimping.
Yeah, I guess it's, but if
And that's why she's gonna probably walk away with everything.
you probably will walk away with everything.
Everything.
But is she gonna stop doing her OnlyFans?
Heck
Where
no.
She gets $1 million a month from the OnlyFans.
Heck no.
Okay, so what do you mean?
Then she can pimp herself.
Oh, okay.
Self-pimping.
Self pimping's okay. It's the not self pimping that's not good.
Well, that's why they abuse, because you have to kind of twist somebody's arm. Because even though they're married, she's not pimping for her. She's pimping for him, or she's doing that for him. He's the
Well,
pimp.
she's not pimping how she wants to, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I think she's still
Well,
good.
she's self pimping.
Right. Yeah,
She'll be pimping, right?
I guess. Well,
Well, that was a pretty sad story. I mean, it's gonna turn out well for her.
No,
did you
not
listen to the
six.
phone call?
I was
said
trying to.
seven.
It wouldn't.
Nobody's
play.
coming up with 6. Who works out in
You
6
just thought I was
minutes? You
gonna
won't
kill
even
the
get your
dogs.
heart going, not even a mouse on a wheel.
You gotta sound like me when I yell at Clock. I gotta laugh.
Oh my God! You do not do
Well,
that.
He was really upset because apparently he said he asked it in the phone. That's how the phone call starts. He said he asked her something, and she didn't say it. He says you don't hear this part, but he says he asked something, and then she was silent, and then he was upset because he's like, I asked you this, you didn't say anything, and she said something along the lines of, you didn't ask that, and then that he was just off. He's like, you can't tell me I didn't ask it, you didn't hear it, and then that's basically how the the fight starts.
Well,
So
that's
like,
a typical fight.
yeah, that sounds like what I would say.
Well, she probably didn't hear it because she was taping him.
Well, I don't know. I don't think that happened on it, but if you listen to the thing,
Yeah.
that's the context of it. He asked something, she didn't answer, and then she said, "You didn't ask," and he got upset, and his dog's dying or something.
That's
Killing
kind of
dogs.
special.
All
I
right.
will check her out though, because I'm curious.
I wouldn't say her streams. I used to watch when she would go like in IRL streams, like outdoors,
Mhm.
and but I haven't recently. All I've seen is it's mostly sexualized stuff that's not sexual, but it's turning somebody on. Somebody's liking it, and if you read the comments, it is like it's just. I mean, tons of people in there, and it's nothing. And then sometimes you'll see like a game or something, but I'd say most of the time it's just like the worst example of what somebody will want to see on Twitch. But it's not like it, like she did for a long time ASMR. Do you know that? Where people talk real close into a. So ASMR is supposed to be some kind of therapy for people, and essentially wear headphones and someone makes sounds in there, and it's supposed to be therapeutic. Certain people's brains work a certain way. You hear certain sounds and really close, yeah, like that, right? But it became this like sexualized thing because those a woman's voice or hearing her nails or something talking to you like that apparently is attractive to some
Oh
people.
my
So she used to
God.
do ASMR. She would sometimes wear a horse hat
Okay.
and just like sit on a pillow and jump up and down for like
Isn't
an
that
hour.
cosplay or something like that?
It's cosplay, but apparently that's pretty sexy for some people. And then this other time for
Some
like
people
five
are attracted to horses.
for like 4 months, she was just in a hot tub in her room.
Uh-huh.
They put a swimming pool, and she just sit there and talk to people, and that was like millions of dollars. It's a weird chant. It's not like the rest of Twitch.
Do we
It's
have
kind of
room
weird,
for a hot tub?
huh?
Do we have room for a hot tub?
It doesn't have to be a hot tub. They buy just like those kiddie swimming pools, like the big.
Can we get a
10
kiddie swimming
10 feet.
pool for
Why
$1
do you
million?
want to do that?
We can
For $1
sit in
million
the pool
dollars?
for $1 million.
I don't think anybody wants to see my belly for $1 million. Okay.
You never know. If they want to watch her with a horse head, you never
Number
know.
6. Number 6. So Bayonetta 3 is releasing soon. Highly and hotly anticipated game. Coming. Excuse me.
Is this the last one you put on?
Yeah. Bayonetta 3 coming out soon. But a little controversy is stirred up. You did get to take a look at this, right?
It's the last one you put on, like 5 minutes before. No.
Okay. Do you know Bayonetta?
Oh,
It's a game.
I did read that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
It's just, I think your pictures are throwing me.
Okay. Anyway, so Bayonetta 3 coming out. However, one of the former voice actor for Bayonetta,
Yes, the voice actor.
who was a voice actor in Bayonetta 1 and 2 and other Bayonetta,
will not be doing it.
yeah, and other Bayonetta stuff, won't be reprising her role. I think we've known that for some while that she wouldn't be reprising her role.
But
However,
they wanted her to come back for a cameo.
well, you got to start at the beginning of the story.
Go ahead. I'll let you tell
Yeah.
the beginning. I know that part. Cameo.
Okay. So Helena Taylor, put out a tweet saying that she's not returning to the franchise, and that the reason is because they offered her a what it a disrespectful amount of money
Right.
for the role
They
in a
sh-
franchise which is very popular. I think it's like a quarter billion, third of
Right.
a billion
And it's
dollars
not
made.
just her. I mean, the story is about her, but it's about all of the voice actors. And the fact that they don't pay them appropriately, knowing that these are really high income producing games, and they pay them a pittance
True.
for their voices,
Yeah.
and they should contract with them to see if this game does well. They should be able to get more for that, because it wouldn't be what it is without their voice.
I don't know about video games in particular. I know that in some cases, some things they do get what's it called when you get money every time something's bought, or like
Residual.
residuals. Yeah. So
But they don't have that deal with them. They
some
want
people do. Some
they want
voice
a
actors
one and
do.
done, so they don't have to share.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So she said they were going to pay her $4,000 for the
Cameo.
third, no, to play the character.
Oh,
You didn't read the whole
I
thing.
did.
Well, she said they're gonna pay $4,000 for her to reprise her role in this third one. She turned it down, and they got another person, Amber Hale, a more popular voice actor. She's a theater actor, I think.
Right.
They found the
She
first time.
is.
And Platinum Games went with Amber Hale instead. She releases this tweet. Platinum Games says that's not true. They say they offered her about $4,000 for each session, each 4 to 5 hour session, which would be at least 5 sessions, is what they said.
Whoop-de-doo, $20,000.
Yeah.
Tops.
Well, think about it.
No.
Well, think about it. Hey, $1,000 an hour.
I did think about it.
That's what it
$1,000
is.
an hour. That's lovely.
Yeah.
But that game goes on to make millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, but that's
and it
not
wouldn't
how.
be the same without that voice.
I
So
understand that, and I think it would be cool if they offered him. That'd be a nice thing, but that's how every job works. Do your company,
don't
wherever,
don't do that.
whatever
We're not
company
bringing that up.
you might not or may work
Nope.
for.
Let's talk about this company.
But I'm just saying, I get that. That makes
But
sense
this
to
is
a
show
person.
business. This is different. It's just like, what's her name? Black Widow girl.
Florence Pugh,
No. The star.
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett, right? Remember how upset she got because she had a deal, and then they released it differently than they said they would. So she lost
True.
millions of dollars, and she sued him, and as rightly she should. Now it wasn't just a voice; she was the star, and she was producing all that stuff. I get it,
Right.
but she had rights, and I'm saying that's what this woman is talking about. And hopefully, by her speaking up, it starts to change how they do this for voice actors. I'm not saying they should get millions of dollars and all that, but they should get residual. If this turns out to be a crap game, nobody buys it, you got 20 grand, right? That's
well,
great.
I think I understand. Okay, I understand that way of thinking.
But they should share in their profit.
I understand that way of thinking. I do. But if okay, when let's say if it's true what Platinum Games says is that they said 4,000 per session, at least 5 sessions, and that's their offer. Her counter offer wasn't, okay, I'll do that, and I would like a 0.01% residual on anything. It was, she said she wanted like $150,000 and 10% of what it wasn't. You get what I'm saying? Maybe she would have got residuals if there was just.
Do you think it was too high what she asked for?
I think I don't know if from what I read, I might be wrong. She's a theatrical performer.
Right.
She's not really like in as far as voice acting, I don't know if she does that a lot, but her main thing is theater. And from looking at like when you look at the union of actors and how much they get paid to do
SAG,
out
right.
SAG and all that stuff, 4,000 a session seems like the regular pay for voice acting for one character for the 4 hours, however many times. And it didn't seem like when you looked at other voice actors' opinions
Is that what
uh,
it is for Beauty and the Beast and all
for
that?
actors who it's like the minimum pay for actors who are not on screen
Right.
and
Cartoon actors, yeah.
give one voice
Right.
per hour, it's something like $850 per hour.
So The Rock, when he's doing that stuff, he's getting $1,000 an hour.
No, but I think that's a little different because there are people like, let's say, what was the movie? The Super Pets.
Right.
There are people who they see The Rock is in the movie, and for that reason, it legitimizes the movie more, and they go see it. That's why Chris Pratt is Mario, and not just some dude who
Right.
can do a good Mario voice. Because you see, it's Chris Pratt. I know Chris Pratt. I don't have no problem with him. If I'm Jewish, he hasn't said anything bad about the Jews. If I'm Chinese, he doesn't say anything bad about the Chinese. I'll go say Chris Pratt. I saw him in The Office. I know, and
You're
not The
doing
Office.
a me. You're really off target here.
No, the thing is, the names legitimize what they're doing. Her name, I'd say 90% of people, 99% of people who play the game before she made this tweet did not know her name. Even though they know her voice, they did not know her name. And her name being attached to it, just like they don't say voice played by, it's not on the box, it's in the credits at the end or something.
But do they know anybody's voice?
Most people don't know most voices. There are, in video games, there are only like I'd say a handful of voices
So
that people will
okay.
say, "Oh, this guy is in this thing. He chooses good
But they
that is
recognize
very-
the voice, not so
not
much.
no. I'm recognizing names.
Okay.
There are like 5 people maybe.
Okay.
Recognizing voices, there are dozens and dozens, but people don't know the name. People know Bayonet's voice, but the name behind the voice, I don't know.
She said that this new woman can't go to the conventions and sign as Bayonetta because she's Bayonetta.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I don't think there's a problem that she complains about it, because if you have your worth and you think you're worth this much, and unfortunately she's not in a union
Right.
or whatever, she's but I think it's kind of a little tit for tat, petty kind of thing to ask other people to not buy the game because so they lowballed you. Whether you think it's because A, they're cheap, or B, they were trying to get you out anyway, or C, they don't value your work or whatever, right? I think it just, you can tell people the reason I'm not doing it is because they were only gonna pay me $4,000, but then to say I want everyone to not buy the game and instead donate to a charity, like that's kind of like I get not working with them again or telling people, but like to try to
I think she's
hurt
done.
hurt the game
Yeah.
or whatever, or whatever. That's kind of like you're just doing what you think they did to you back to you're trying to
Yeah.
underhand, like it's just let it go. It's you're not going back to it.
Vengeful.
And Platinum Games says, and not Platinum Games actually, people related to the deal. So they're anonymous. We don't know who to say, but they said that the negotiation was pretty long. It wasn't, because this game we've known about for like 4 or 5 years now, and apparently the negotiations are pretty long.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. And they couldn't get past what she was asking for, but they did ask her to come do a cameo. I think these days, this is Japanese developer Platinum. I think these days Japanese developers understand a little more than they did before the value that the Western audience has to them.
Right.
I probably director of the game is a notorious asshole. Nobody likes him. He blocks everyone on Twitter. He says if you tweet me and it's not Japanese, I'm blocking you. He calls everyone trash. Every human that
Oh,
tweets
gosh.
at him and it's not what he wants, they're trash, right? He's a little bit of a character, but he's kind of a butthole, right? But I think the companies understand that these kind of things resonate with their Western audience. And at the end of the day, no matter what anyone tells you in a gaming publication or whatever, the Western audience is what funds these games. That game is not making $500 million on Japanese sales.
Okay,
It
gotcha.
never was. It's never going to, and never. That's getting funded by all the Devil May Cry American fans, all the platinum game fans outside of Japan, because Japan's big, a lot of people, whatever. Gaming isn't is what it used to be. So, oh my god,
All right, next topic. But
that's it.
that's it.
Yeah, that's
we
why.
ran that gamut.
Oh my god,
That's wonderful.
don't do that again.
We got it all.
Jeez, I'm glad that wasn't on camera.
Oh, me too. Okay. Well, that was fun. We're gonna review something else that comes out next week. Halloween Ends. We're gonna do that for Halloween.
Okay, that sounds fine. Are you gonna stay and play games?
Are you twitching or?
Sure. I mean, it's
Well,
up
we
to you.
started kind of late tonight.
Oh,
work.
did we?
You're such a funny guy.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. This has been Super Chevy Brothers, episode 106, October 18th, 19th. Thanks for listening. You can catch us on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. And also, you can join the Discord. In the Discord, we do the shows live, so you can listen there as well. And, of course, you can listen to us, if you don't catch us live, on all the podcast services, including Apple, Google, Spotify, whatever else there may be. You can catch me at Javar Price on all platforms. Mom, do you want to share your Twitter or Instagram? No, you don't. It's all the worst things you could ever see someone post. And dogs, a lot of dogs. Thanks for listening to the podcast. This has been a blast. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye.